Well, good morning to you. I'm Todd Duplantis. It's Friday, April the 3rd. We're glad to have you with us. This is where you can get your Houston Community College news and information, all the updates you need to know while we're living in this new world and we're working remotely from home and delivering our courses online as well. We'll have more on that in a second. First, Brittany Pacheco, thanks for joining me, my co-host. Good to have you here.
Hey, good morning, Todd. It's Friday. It still feels like we're still in March.
I know.
Why?
Yeah, well, it is April, but we're moving quite along, and we're trying to get through this. And we're going to get through it one way or another. But joining us this morning to talk about the online delivery of courses, a lady who will know all about that, Dr. Margaret Ford Fisher, the president of our online college. Welcome to the show.
Well, good morning, everyone, and thank you so very much, Todd. I'm delighted to join you this morning, and good morning to you also, Brittany. You know, it's really wonderful to see the collaboration within our district and the leadership of our chancellor and the members of the team to ensure that we can respond to the public in such a proactive way at this time when there are persons who are suffering at this time, obviously, and we're very sensitive to that. And there are others who want to continue their education. And so we are a compassionate institution, in addition to being one who wants to deliver that quality instruction. And so for those students who want to continue with their education, we are now collaborating all of the colleges so that everything is under one district umbrella for one online modality of instruction to serve all of the students in our community. And I think it's really exceptional.
Well, you have a bit of a head start on everybody because we were trying to get courses online for all of the college over the last few weeks, but you're doing that already with your college. Were you able to share your expertise with your colleagues to help them along and get them up to speed?
Well, you know, it's really wonderful because the online college, as we know it, is indeed a model that is now replicated throughout the district. And I really applaud the chancellor for seeing the need to move it to a district-wide initiative for the purpose that I mentioned earlier. So yes, all of the staff members within the online college, pardon me, are working collaboratively with all of the other administrators, the faculty and the staff within the district to ensure that we can share what we have developed over the past 2 years with respect to the curricular quality, engagement, with respect of the online curriculum that we have provided to everyone to measure that academic rigor and integrity, to have the hybrid programs and the online programs all segregated so students would be able to see what we offer. Previously, we were offering discrete courses. Students could take an English course or a math course, but they weren't packaged in a way that students could get a degree or a certificate. And so that was one of the initiatives that we worked on as well. And that has led us to the point where we now have over 80 online degree programs, fully online, and over 80 online hybrid programs, that being face-to-face and hybrid, and then in full 100 subjects. And so that then gave us a jump start throughout the district to roll it out to all of the other colleges. And so what we are anticipating is that with this huge effort, all of that enrollment is for the institution to serve our community and not necessarily to be reflected in one specific college. So each college will get the benefit of all of the great work that is now being done collaboratively.
Over the last few weeks, we've had a lot of changes. We left for spring break, anticipating we may be delayed coming back. Now it's been 3 weeks we've been out, and we're fully working online in a virtual world right now. What's been your biggest challenge as a president in dealing with this?
You know, I think it's exciting to be in an online delivery modality because this is really the way that you're able to reach people who are homebound and who want an education, persons who work during the day and who are unable to go to our campuses and so forth. So whatever concerns or anxiety I might have had about how this is going to work, completely got over those within a matter of weeks because I was able to do the extensive research and talking to other scholars and practitioners in the area in order to ensure that we are able to deliver upon that for our institution to serve our community. So there's not been any anxiety at all. In fact, one of the things that I can say is that I'm very, very excited. I'm excited because of the great work that everyone has done over the past 3 weeks to ensure that HCC is fully prepared to serve our community.
You know, and there, you talked about all the work people have been doing over the past few weeks, and it's monumental if you think about it, because the online courses for the faculty, I know, which was a 6-week training session, and we had to bring them up to speed in about a week and a half. I mean, there have been so many people, yourself included, have been working tirelessly to bring everyone up to speed right now so that we could start last week with the online course delivery for everyone, not just your college.
That's absolutely right. And I have to tell you, it is not an easy task. I am Canvas certified. That's our learning management system. I wanted to become Canvas certified so that I could understand exactly what is available to our students. I wanted to understand also what our faculty members are going through. And I commend the faculty members who have gone through this training in a short period of time. And now they have faculty mentors who are working closely with them as well. And this is one of the recommendations that came out of a faculty lunch and learn that we sponsored through the online college last year. And with that faculty lunch and learn, one of the recommendations made was that we establish a mentorship program for new faculty who want to teach online to help mentor them and lead them through. And that is what is being employed as well. And it's working extraordinarily well. It helps to eliminate a lot of the anxieties that a faculty member would have going through this alone.
You know, one of the biggest questions we've had from students who are a bit confused out there, as you mentioned earlier, we have programs that are fully online, but we have a number of programs that have an in-person component or hybrid. Have those students reached out to you as to which direction they should go, and what's been your advice to them?
That is what the Center of Excellence presidents are working on. And some of those programs are able to have simulations and they're able to get their courses online. And some of the presidents are looking at that now. With respect to the hybrid, there are other programs where that hands-on component is critically important for students to have the level of competency required for them to get their certification to go to work. And also because of the accrediting agency standards and the licensing agency standards, we have to abide by those to ensure that our students are not going through a program where they will not be able to get the completion standards that will allow them to get a good job.
You brought up a really good point there, because there's a lot of talk going online about a pass-fail system. Can you just let us pass for the semester? But realistically, from talking to you and other administrators, that's really not a decision we can make, because we fall under state guidelines, and you want to make sure the students get something out of the semester that they can use, a stackable certificate or degree or something they can use moving on, correct?
You know, this is something that is being discussed. And as you know, there was an article in the Houston Chronicle with respect to a number of institutions in this area and in the state that have decided that they are going to look at multiple options for their students. And so the final decision is still pending right now, but our institution is open to looking at the best way to ensure that we are in compliance with all of the transfer needs of students with respect to the licensing agency requirements for our graduates, et cetera. So that decision will be made, I think, very soon with respect to how HCC will move forward. So I think that if there are students who are watching who are feeling just a little bit of anxiety, that they should just rest assured that the institution has this as a high priority to review, and then we'll make a decision and we'll let them know. In fact, there is a resource page that is available now under Student Services for our students, and they can go there and get a lot of information about how the institution is moving forward in order to address some of the concerns that they have.
You put it very well, and I want to remind students once again, of course, for faculty, students, and staff, you can go to hccs.edu.health-notice. That'll give you all the COVID-related information, and it's divided up for all the groups, including our students. And students,
Absolutely.
You can also go to our homepage, scroll to the bottom of the homepage. There is a tab that says Virtual Assistance. That'll take you into a virtual lobby. You'll fill in all the pertinent information with your question, because what I'm seeing in social media, folks have a lot of questions, and a lot of their questions are very individualized. And you would probably want to look at those case-by-case basis to see how you can best answer them, correct?
That is correct. And I'd like to say as well that one of the things that we did was to make sure early on that we met all of the requirements of the Department of Education with respect to fully online. The Southern Association of Colleges and School Accrediting Agency, working closely with the state reauthorization organization, so that we could ensure that everything that we are putting in place was going to be portable. And that is one of the reasons why, working collaboratively throughout our district, we have been able to move forward so very, very quickly in an institution that serves over 100,000 students a year. So it's really rather remarkable. And I encourage all of the viewers, and particularly our students, to just really feel absolutely confident in the direction that they're being given, that we are here to serve our students, to answer their questions, and to be a resource for them to help them to complete their education. That is what is critically important for them to know.
Dr. Margaret Ford Fisher, president of HCC's Online College, thanks for being here this morning. Happy Friday to you.
Happy Friday to you as well, and thank you so very much for inviting me. I enjoyed being with you again very, very much.
Thank you, and we'll hopefully see you soon. Have a good day.
Absolutely. Thank you. You too. Bye-bye.
We've got Brittany Pacheco at her home right now. Or you confuse me every day, Brittany, because you're in a different location. You were at your parents yesterday. Today you're at home. Is that correct?
That's correct. I'm at home back in my nerd room where I belong.
There you go. Yeah, there you go. Well, I know you've been going over some questions, and I know Dr. Ford Fisher probably answered a few of those. But what are the questions you've been seeing in social media over the last 24 hours that we can address?
You know, the last 24 hours, Todd, have been generally quiet. However, we do have some questions in regards to summer courses, just because of the fact that we did announce yesterday, if you haven't noticed our graphics on Facebook and Twitter, that summer registration will begin April 6th, which is this upcoming Monday, I believe. So yes, we're getting ready for summer, and questions are they going to be lecture classes, or are they going to be online? To answer your question right now, students, is really don't have that answer just yet, because obviously this whole COVID situation changes daily, and we kind of have to be quickly adapt to the new situation. So for right now, we don't have that answer, and we will have that answer hopefully soon. There's still questions about the grading policy, and hopefully that same answer I just gave about summer, we'll have an answer for you soon. But students, don't let that deter your work, your progress in your classes. Just keep on doing what you're doing and try to get through the semester as best as humanly possible.
That's exactly right. And you just heard Dr. Margaret Ford Fisher. She was on just a few moments ago, and she was talking about the fact that, yes, the administration is right now looking at the possibility of continuing our classes online, but all of that's going to depend as where we are as a nation. You know, we have to get the word from the top as to whether we can start going back to work when it's safe. Then the city and the county start making decisions based on that. So we function under their decisions and under the decisions of Harris County and the city of Houston's guidelines. Right now, we're at home. Hopefully in a couple of months, we'll be back in our normal lives. But We just can't answer that question right now.
That's exactly right. You know, we thought initially we were going to have this lockdown, quote unquote lockdown, until today, and then that was extended to the end of this month. Now we're also hearing from the federal level that before you go outside, you pretty much have to wear a mask. So again, things change day by day, almost hour by hour. We're constantly getting updates. So just be aware, stay in the loop, and especially anything regarding to HCC. Once we do have an answer for our students and faculty and staff, we will share that both internally as well as on our social media platforms. But Todd, I do want to quickly share my screen, if you don't mind, for students who have questions that are specific to their case. And I know at this time it's a very difficult, situation that we're under. But let's go and check out our homepage here. Is it up yet?
Yeah, it is. You're talking about the virtual assistance that's available, folks.
Yeah. So students, this is a great resource that is made available to us. If you go to our HCC homepage, you have two locations. You can go and visit our virtual lobby right here down at the bottom with our floating bar. It's the farthest icon to the right, or now you can go up to the screen bar where you see virtual lobby. You click there, you're going to be able to see this form that you can fill out to receive services from someone from our HCC team. So fill out all this vital information, leave your questions or comments down here. This is a confidential form, so rest assured, your information will not be shared. Click submit it and just, wait for a response. Our team is working incredibly hard to, just to get you some answers. And we might not have the answers immediately, but at least you know that you have a designated place where you can go and leave your questions and comments. And you can certainly leave them here on social media as well. We are forwarding those questions and comments to our officials, and we will do our best to get you an update.
Absolutely. And, even that's all in all social media. You can comment below this video. Please do share it to spread the word and get the word out there. But we want you to know that we are taking each and every question, and if we can't answer that immediately, we're sending it to the administration and we're getting answers for you. Many times we may not post those questions in social media because they're very specific to you, but they're very important, and you will get someone reaching out to you. You may get an email, you may get a direct message. So look at those messages. Make sure you keep an eye out for them, because we are taking each and every one and making sure that your questions are being addressed. To move, we've been doing things a lot differently over the past few weeks, and it's kind of interesting because the world is changing right now. Where a lot of folks are going through hardships, but businesses are learning to do things a different way. Yesterday afternoon, I had a chance to talk with the president and GM of ABC 13 here in Houston, Wendy Granado, and talk to her about how the news industry is changing. They've got, if you're watching the news, you've got anchors on their, not on their sofa, but in their kitchen doing their live shots. The chief meteorologist at ABC 13 is working out of his house, literally rolling everything himself. It's kind of unheard of because he's at home with his technology, and he's running the whole show. Usually you have 5 or 6 people involved with that situation. So businesses are changing, and it was a very fascinating conversation, especially me. I'm a news junkie, to hear how things are changing in the news industry. And I'm sure, Brittany, you've noticed that as well.
I definitely have. It's really interesting to see just how everyone has had to adapt to work remotely. Mentioned yesterday that we posted yesterday that Vice Chancellor Dr. Kurt Ewan was on Fox 26 yesterday morning and spoke about the great things that we're doing to assist in creating face masks. Sorry, let me try that again. For local hospitals here in Houston. And we saw Melissa Wilson. She's reporting from her home. She's got a backdrop. I think it's really cool that a lot of these anchors and reporters have a backdrop that, so you're not seeing, personal living space like you do here, although mine is pretty cool. I'm not going to lie. There went my puppy. But, it's really interesting to see how we have to be flexible and adapt to this new living situation that we're in.
We heard Luna bark just a second ago when I was watching Fox 26 yesterday morning. Jose Grignon was anchoring from his house, and his dogs just went crazy, and he had to stop for a second. I'm sorry, somebody walked by in front of the house. That's just the world we're living in right now, and I like it because when I worked in news many years ago, it was a whole different way of doing things. Now they're breaking the rules. People are accepting it, and I'm really digging that. I think it's pretty cool. Speaking of breaking the rules, I want to show you a few things, and I know you know what I'm going to bring up here. So I am going to share my screen here, and we're going to bring up a few pictures. Now, we all know Dr. Hodges is the president of HCC Northwest, but did you know that when he's online doing his meetings, specifically a board meeting, this is how he dresses, with shorts on. He wears his shorts. Now, he's looking pretty sharp because he's got a color combination there that works. I'm liking the shoe idea, but Dr. Hodges is a sharp dresser to begin with. But that's what's happening now. I'm not throwing him under the bus because he did post this on Facebook himself, so it's out there, folks. So there's Dr. Hodges, and let me show you another young man here that you might recognize. Here we go. So Michael Garfield, the high-tech Texan, does shows, or does, we're on his show every weekend between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. on 950 KPRC. He does some segments for us. In fact, he's going to be on this afternoon. When you see Michael, he's usually dressed up from the waist up because when he's on camera, this is what he's wearing. Well, here we go. This is what he's wearing that you can't see. Sock feet and gym shorts. So that's kind of the new world we're living in here. And you know that your all of your personalities or people, your coworkers that you're seeing online, you're probably hearing some dogs in the background, and more than likely, many of us aren't wearing long pants or jeans.
I am one of those individuals. I'm actually taking a page out of Michael Garfield's book and wearing shorts and socks myself this morning. But I'm not going to show everyone that because I'm just not going to.
It's the way it goes. It's just the way it goes, man. You know. And so, yeah. Some of us wear jeans. Some of us wear shorts. I'm wearing shorts right now. So there you go. That's the way I like. But the shorts do match my jacket. I'll give it that. They're khaki.
I would say, Todd, there is absolutely no reason why anyone should be wearing jeans at this moment, especially if you're just being seen from the waist up.
Yeah.
Jeans are tough to wear just, on a regular day basis. And unless I have to go out somewhere to get groceries, for example, I'm not even wearing jeans. I'm wearing my leggings or shorts or something. I'm going out for comfort at this point. If I don't have to dress up to be in the office, I'm not going to do it.
Absolutely. Well, we're still presenting ourselves, being presentable. And if you're working at home right now, and if you're faculty and you stream to your students for the online course delivery, and you want to send us a shot of your pajamas that you're wearing not on camera, send us those. We may put them on the show. Post them in our comments below.
As long as it's appropriate.
As long as it's appropriate. That's right. Yeah.
That's crucial.
Yeah, we want to keep it appropriate for folks. It is Friday, Brittany. We're wrapping things up. This afternoon, we've got some special guests on. We're going to be talking about a project that many of our students were doing for the Art Car Parade. They were working on this project. It was a STEM deal, and they were working on it for a full year, decorating this ambulance. And of course, the Art Car Parade was canceled. We still did a story on them. They still got a lot out of it. So we're going to have Ashley Hope on this afternoon. And Caio de Aragon, who's one of our HCC staff members, he shot that story. So we'll also be talking with him because he's from where? Do you know?
He is from Brazil.
He's from Brazil. And he interviewed one of his cousins who works down in Brazil in the medical industry. And he's going to be talking about that. So he's done some stories. So you'll see that in social media. Those guests are joining this afternoon. And we'll also have the pantsless man, Michael Garfield, the high-tech Texan, will be on. And he and I are going to talk about our top binge-watching shows to stream while you're bored at home. So for folks who are watching things online these days, we've got our top 5 shows coming up this afternoon.
I thought maybe you guys would discuss your favorite brand of shorts, since that's the way to go, these days. So that's cool too.
It depends on the day. Yeah. Well, there you go. Well, you have anything else, Brittany?
Nope. And I mean, other than the fact that students, faculty, staff, congratulations, you made it through the first official week of instruction online. I know, there's been some hiccups along the way, but this is trial and error at this point. We do, again, appreciate everyone's patience and, willingness to be flexible and to adapt. We're not perfect. We're not going to get it, but please understand that we do very much care about our students, our faculty and staff, everyone who's involved behind the scenes to make this work. We've said it once, we'll say it again. This was completely unprecedented. We are going to get through this. And if you do send us anything, everyone, be sure to use the hashtag #WeAreHCC and a new hashtag.
Brand new hashtag.
Exactly. Hashtag #WeGotThisHCC, because we are going to get through this one way or another.
That's a great way to end the week, Brittany. Thanks for joining me today. And thank you for being out there and joining us today, folks. We've got another show at 1 p.m. We hope to see you there. Have a great day. I'm Todd Duplantis, and you're up to the minute.